PuelaLunaris.com presents fascinating interviews.
Hi everybody, I'm Puela Lunaris with the Channel R Flamenco project, the founder of Lunaris Online Academy, and today we have the immense honor, pleasure and privilege to be in Jerez de la Frontera with a great maestro. His name is David El Gamba. And I have to tell you, he's really the master of rhythm, the master of compass. He's a teacher of teachers, and he goes all over the world teaching people flamenco clapping. So without any further delay, let's talk to David. And just want to welcome you, David.
Thank you very much for your introduction. I'm very happy to be here another year because I stay here in Jerez in the festival. This year is 10 years together.
Wow, 10 years, that's awesome, awesome. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, since your specialty is rhythm, I would like to center our conversation around rhythm because I know that is something that the international flamenco community love and also is very intrigued about. So the question I have for you, for someone who did not grow up in Spain within a family that you get to hear all these rhythms from early childhood, people who have never heard flamenco rhythms before, what would you say is the first step to start understanding rhythms, to start getting them in your body, these flamenco rhythms?
It's very important learn the rhythm, but it's very important learn the rhythm without count. No numbers. We create a little song with the moon. Ta ta ta, chi chi chi, pu pu pu, and we create one rhythm. So we repeat, we enjoy the party and the rhythm. Like we was a children, we more teenagers and men. So we introduce the rhythm in our body. So we don't need to think about the rhythm. We have inside the rhythm, and after we improvise.
Okay, so the traditional way then is to listen, right, and then get into this syllabic pronunciation
very
of the rhythm.
Because it's very important, the numbers for any difficult choreography. But to learn the rhythm is very, very important to create a little song with the moon.
Like for example?
For example, Bulgaria's rhythm. Chaka-chan, chan, 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 tu, chaka-chan, chan, chaka-chan. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your mind stay always with the same speed with you count. When you count, your mind is always with the same speed. And flamenco is a irregular music. Always change. If your mind are always with the same speed, after change and you lost for sure.
Right, that I can sense that flamenco is not linear.
Yeah.
Many people, especially in the West, want to make...
And the boss change. Guitar, dancer, and singer always changing the boss.
Right, so we have to be ready, right?
Always attention.
Yes, it's great training for the attention.
Yeah, it's difficult and it's great. When you control, you enjoy.
Okay.
You be in the sky.
That's right, that's right. So what would you say is the first, maybe most simple rhythm that people can learn? When
people can learn is the fandangos rhythm with 3 beats. It's like so. Chant, kata, chant, kata, chant, kata, chant. The second is tangos.
I see.
Okay.
And once you start getting those, then you get a foundation for longer rhythmic cycles.
Yeah.
Right? So what would you say to the international flamenco community? Like if they were, as far as I understand, you need to practice, and you need to practice every day, because here in the natural environment, like Jerez, people have it in the home with the friends. It's part of the culture. So this practice becomes natural, right? This is part of life. But when you don't have that, then you have to, even by yourself, sit down with the metronome and practice. That's what I think. In order to internalize, in order to have that sense of
Fortunately, now we have YouTube.
Yes, yes.
YouTube is very important now for the flamenco, because if you listen one CD, is a little boring to practice. And you can see in YouTube a lot of parties, a lot of flamenco authentic
Fiestas.
Party, fiestas. So now you have a very good way to learn.
So then you advise to go to YouTube and find authentic flamenco fiestas in Jerez or other parts,
Authentic
and just
fiesta.
like try to follow along.
Yeah, and it's very important to see the fiesta. And after this fiesta, you can practice with the professionals, with the dancer professional. It's more difficult. So the party is more natural. It's not profit people. It's the people in the family, friends. It's natural fun to learn.
Right, because in these fiestas, little kids, grandmothers, everybody, right?
And the people made a mistake, but no problem. The most important is the energy.
The energy. Would you advise to the international flamenco community, either professionals or aficionados? What would be your best consejo, your best advice?
My best advice is you must play the flamenco with the heart. Yeah? Many times the mind confuses the heart, and finally the heart has the truth.
The heart es el corazón.
El corazón tiene la verdad. Si tú lo haces las cosas con el corazón, a la gente le gusta, aunque te equivoques.
Sí, but I think people also need to feel confidence, and that confidence comes by understanding, right? Because you can have all the heart and all the emotion, but if you are out of compass, if you are out of rhythm, people can also be very unforgiving, you know?
Of course.
And I think that's also something that I respect, the desire. Like, I talk to a lot of people in the US and different parts of the world, and they all mention they want to feel confident, they want to understand. So I think that's something that makes sense also.
Yeah, in the beginning it's difficult. I told you before, the flamenco is for all the life. In the beginning it's very, very, very difficult to dance bulerías, because you must take the rhythm inside, and you need years. But after, all is possible.
So maybe start with a simpler dance, a rumbita or a tangos, right?
Sevillanas,
even sevillanas,
tangos y rumbas. And after, try bulerías.
Yeah, and sevillanas is not an easy dance. It requires a lot of coordination. But it's very
but the
structured.
rhythm is easy.
It's very stable.
Yeah.
It's very stable. Whereas bulerías changes all the time.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's great.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and I love the flamenco, and I hope all the people enjoy with the flamenco, and we stay in Jerez, and you are always welcome here. Thank you very much.
And you know what I want to add is that all of this conversation is geared towards learning, understanding, and feeling. And what I recommend is that if you have the slightest chance, study with David El Gamba.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, I'm studying with him right now. He's my teacher, and I just can't tell you enough how amazing it is. You know, like, if you're always like, I'm always working on learning more, working on development, and just expanding your understanding, your feeling, your heart, and your knowledge. And come to Jerez, study with David, or bring him to work to your place.
Good idea.
Yes, yeah. David travels all over the world teaching. His website,
davidelgamba.com.
All right, so bring him to your place. He will create for you a magnificent workshop. And you're also a professional singer. You also sing as well, right?
Yeah, I sing too. Yeah.
And you teach dance.
I teach dance a little too.
I saw on YouTube.
I do a lot of things.
That's great. So very complete.
Yeah.
A great maestro.
Yeah.
And
I sing in my lessons. I always sing so that people can understand better. Yeah. It's very important singing in the lesson to understand all. The flamenco language, not only reading, flamenco language is the definite.
El lenguaje flamenco, and that's the idea, through this language being able to express yourself, and that's what David teaches through the tradition here in Jerez, his native land, and through his immense experience as a teacher in many countries and in many different places in the world. So he's bridging the native culture with the international understanding of the international flamenco community, and that's something that has a lot of value. For more free resources, visit puelalunaris.com.